the lady was like, "Oh, invest in yourself," but really, all I got from that was like money, money, money.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I was considering it before I even got there. I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
ask her about it as well before I got there. So it's like not that she's actually selling me. It's like I'm already thinking about it, and I just need to know more information. So she's gonna set me up with like a consultation or something.
Oh my god, branch heads get paid $42.99 an hour. Suck my big fat.
Sorry,
I got distracted.
What? $49
is $300 a day, dude. Do you know how many dentist appointments I could buy with that? One.
Wow. One. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shownanigans. My name is Dew.
And my name is Tube.
Also known as Deva. And
my name is Baymax.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
That's a good one. What's his voice sound like? My name is Baymax.
Oh, yeah.
Tadashi is inside of you or something. Tadashi is here. Tadashi is there. Tadashi is everywhere. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Tadashi. I don't remember what happened in the movie.
I don't either. It's been a long time.
Yeah. What are we here to do? We've been away for a while. You went to somewhere, and I went to treetop trekking, so we couldn't record, and now we're recording.
Yeah.
Yes, that is it.
So I have no idea what happened in the last
We're not episode. You didn't even say what we're doing.
But we are reviewing.
We're not reviewing. We're here to talk about episode 7 of Beastars. We're back on our Beastars bullshit.
Yeah. Episode 7.
Below the fur coat.
Mm-hmm.
And I've written here, episode summary of last episode. And you've written here, what the duck happened?
Yeah.
Last episode, they went to the black market. Remember?
Was that in the last episode?
Yeah, it was the last episode. They went to the black market, and then Gohin the panda found Legoshi in an alley, and then he brought him back to his clinic and told Legoshi, you don't really love Haru. It's just your wolf hunting instincts. You just want to eat her, basically.
It doesn't feel like the last episode to me, because I watched this current episode before once, and then I watched it again yesterday. So it feels like ages ago.
I know, because I was thinking like, oh, what happened? And then I went over our last, because we write scripts, right? So I looked over the last one, and I was like, oh my God, is that what happened? That is what happened. And he met Juno for the first time and everything like that. Yeah, they went, they went to town because of the meteor. They're preparing for the meteor festival. Then they found the black market. Then all that stuff happened with Legoshi, and Gohin gave him a porn magazine to take home and be like, if you get turned on by this, then you actually do love her. But if you don't, then you want to eat her.
Oh, jeez.
Do you think Gohan's going to come back again? Or was he just like a one-time thing?
I feel like he would.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not sure.
But
I feel like he would. Just because his character has like a lot of dynamic. So I feel like he'd come back again once, at least. I'm not sure. Yeah.
We shall see. Do you want to read the summary of the current episode?
Sure.
Taken from Netflix. Don't sue us.
The mystery of Legoshi's favorite lunch is solved.
What? Literally what?
Haru recalls her first encounter with the vulnerable Louis, who has a fiancé.
What?
How can
they just go ahead and like spoil a major plot point in the summary of the episode?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's
this
a huge
is the first
plot
time
point.
I'm reading it.
Oh, I'm glad.
And I'm like, wait, what?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We will get there. But that first part is also weird. We discover like it has His lunch?
Mhm.
You'll see. You guys will see what it is.
Yep.
But yeah, the characters in this episode are Legoshi, Haru, Louis, Jack, Juno, and Legom the hen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is such a weird opening. Oh God, dude, go talk about it.
So, the first scene is so weird. Like, like Tu was saying. So, Legom the hen and Legacy, they're sitting in class, and basically, this is the first time we're meeting her. I think, right?
Yes, we've never seen her before. We have never
Yeah.
seen this hen before in our entire lives.
And all of a sudden, she's there, and
Yes.
like we're like looking into her thoughts, like we're listening to her thoughts, and we're like experiencing her as like one of the major characters during this scene.
We're experiencing Legom the hen.
Basically, she talks about how she calls Legoshi sad brows
Mhm.
because he's always looking worried.
She calls him slow. She's like, this slow wolf is called Legoshi, but I call him sad brows. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's her voice. Apparently, she doesn't really know Legoshi, but she just like sits next to him in class.
Because it's like alphabetical or something. So Legoshi, Legom.
Mm-hmm. So she says she knows one of his secrets.
Does she know that he almost ate a rabbit?
That's what we would think, right?
Yes.
But no.
Oh. Oh.
So Legacy says that like on Wednesdays the egg sandwiches are like the best.
Egg sandwiches.
Egg sandwiches.
Jack is like sitting next to him and he tells Legoshi like, what are you talking about? All the egg sandwiches are the same. But Legoshi's like, no. The ones on Wednesday are way better.
Mm-hmm. And remember, like Legoshi's favorite thing to eat are egg sandwiches, right?
Mm-hmm.
And actually, when I was watching this scene, I was like, I should make egg sandwiches for work.
Wasn't it like really popular on social media? I can't remember what they called them, but they were like those egg sandwiches, and then they had like the ones with like cream and fruit in them from Japan.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
They're popular like to make?
Yeah, the ones with the cream and the fruit were really popular, and the ones with the egg were really popular because in the convenience stores in Japan, they sell the ones with the egg, and I think the ones with the fruit too, and they're supposed to be really, really good. And they're really cheap too.
Oh. I wish they had a Japanese convenience store here so I can buy egg sandwiches.
We don't even have 7-Elevens anymore, really. They all shut down. What is the point of anything? Bring Japanese convenience stores here and all of their vending machines. I would like a vending machine on every single corner, because when I was in Korea, you could get like a hot coffee on every single street corner because there was a vending machine there. You could even get them in the subway. Like you went to the subway and there was a hot coffee vending machine.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Imagine that lifestyle, and geez, I would never be coffee deprived at that point.
You'd just be like alert at all times.
Yes, I'd be like, yes. If someone would be like, Deva, and I'd be like, yes,
it's me. You can't sneak up on me. I've had 3 caffeine today. Tomorrow I'll have 4.
Like, hello.
Hello, it's me. You'd break into song, hello, my dolly. It's me, dupe, like that, right?
And I'd be drinking coffee on the way while I'm singing. Yes. I like that Deva.
I like that Deva. I like the drugged up Deva. She's who I want to be.
Yeah, so back to that scene. So the secret is that Legom's eggs are the ones that she uses to make the sandwiches on Wednesdays.
Oh, and Legoshi's favorite sandwiches are on Wednesdays.
So it's the one that she hatches herself.
It's her eggs.
Really disturbing.
It's weird. She's really proud. She's like, right, my eggs are great. That's why I sell them to the school. And then there's this graphic of her doing like a pirouette in front of an egg. But it's weird. Like imagine sitting next to your classmate and like you've eaten their eggs.
Yeah.
I used to eat your eggs in high school because you never eat them.
Oh yeah.
Your hard-boiled eggs. And then you'd leave them in your bag for days and they start to smell. This is a weird story. I've told
I think
everybody.
I forgot about them, and then yeah,
I've
that's happened. That's definitely happened.
told everybody your egg secret.
Oh no, not my egg secret.
Doob had an egg secret too.
Now you know.
Now you know about her eggs. No, literally, you'd
That's
open
weird.
your bag and there'd be just an egg in there.
Yeah, I remember. Because my mom was like, like eggs are healthy. I'm gonna pack it for you. And I hated hard-boiled eggs. Like I didn't like them at all. And she would still pack it for me every single day. And I'd be like, Trisha, do you want it? I'm not gonna eat it. I'm not gonna eat it.
I eat the egg.
Yeah.
But then you'd also have really old ones that you would forgotten about in your bag.
And I would throw them out.
Yeah, she didn't give me those ones. That's good.
No.
I wouldn't have eaten those. I might have.
Yeah.
I might have. But I didn't.
Okay.
I'm not picky.
So Lego, like the whole like egg making business.
The whole egg making business that the chickens do.
So
The mafia egg making business.
So it's kind of like a part-time job for her, which she
Mhm.
takes like really seriously.
She like hatches them.
Mm-hmm.
No, she doesn't hatch them because they're not fertilized, but she makes egg from her butt, and
Yep.
then she sells them to the convenience store. But did
Yep.
you see like in her room, she even has like graphs and charts, and she has like a scale to weigh her eggs, and
Yeah.
she's like measuring her eggs.
Yep.
Oh my god,
What the heck?
she's really intense.
And she even like ditches her friends, like whatever plans her friends make. She says, "Oh no, I gotta do this and that because it would ruin the quality of my eggs."
And like she like even has an exercise routine. She's outside running on the track in like a full-on Adidas tracksuit, trying to make sure that she's fit and healthy, so that way she lays great eggs.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That
like
is another level.
I know, she's so intense. Like even later, when she asks her for an eraser, she's just like, "I only have one, and I need it for myself." And I'm like, okay.
The next Wednesday, she sees Legoshi eat like a bun instead.
I think it's like a red bean paste bun or something like that.
It looks like it. I don't know. He doesn't really like. I think he bites into it, but we don't see what's inside. But it's not an egg salad sandwich, basically.
No.
And Legoshi says that the quality have gotten worse, and that he doesn't like them that much anymore.
Yeah, Jack walks in and he's like, "Hey, Lego face, where's your egg sandwich?"
And Lego, like she's like sweating and like gets like closer. The camera gets closer and closer to her face, and looks like so horrified. And then she faints.
Yep. She's like, "Oh." And afterwards, she even has like a full-on dramatic moment on the roof with her friend. She's like, "I failed a customer." And like in the manga, she has this whole, I think she has like this whole realization where she's just like, "I've been working too hard. No wonder my eggs aren't tasty anymore. I should be taking care of myself instead." It's like a full-on drama about this hen and her eggs.
Jeez. Too much.
This egg drama.
I'm trying to make
Excellent.
Oh, okay. This excellent drama.
I give it 5 eggs out of egg.
I was gonna say that too.
Okay. I'm sorry, I took all of your egg jokes.
It's okay.
There must be another one. Egg. How exciting. I give it.
How exciting are you to lay the eggs?
Why would I lay
How
eggs?
excited are you?
Where?
Lego, just Lego.
Oh. That wasn't good. I'm gonna let you keep going.
Okay. When Lego goes to her like job, which is like a convenience store. So I think the manager is a koala.
Yep.
So the koala manager is there.
She's qualified. Why are you quiet?
This is the way you're laughing.
Okay. Shut up. It was a good joke. Go on.
When Lego goes to her job, the koala manager tells her that they switched the date to Friday for her eggs since it was like so popular.
They were good quality.
That was good.
Thank you.
And I was like, wow. Wow. And Lego, of course, is like super happy. And she waits for Legoshi to try the ones that he has in his bag on the Friday. And she's just like staring at it and she's like so happy, like, I can't wait until he tries my eggs.
He's definitely going to love them again.
He doesn't know it's changed to Friday.
And then the opening happens.
Yep. Yep.
That's it. That was it. And I want everybody to know that that scene has nothing to do with the rest of the episode.
Yeah, but I liked it.
You know,
it was so random.
It actually happens in the manga. Like I remember reading it, but it happens at the end of this volume that this episode happens in. It's just like an extra story.
It makes more sense that way.
You know how sometimes at the end they have like extra
bonus,
like little bits? Yeah, it was just a bonus story. But they decided to include it here for some reason. Maybe they had like extra time or something. But it's so weird they stuck it at the beginning.
It has nothing to do with the rest of it.
Nothing at all. She never appears again. We never hear from Legom again. She's dead, probably. No, she's not.
Okay.
Okay. So now the episode really starts. And it's like this really sad sort of, I guess, guitar music is playing. It's like boo, 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 right? And it's Haru. She's recounting, she's kind of having like a vision that she's running through a forest. And it's shown as like this really beautiful watercolor painting. And she's like it's like, you know how the anime is like, it's cell shaded? Yeah, this part is like, it's just like a really nice watercolor painting. And she's saying to herself, oh, here I am lost again in this solemn, quiet, but beautiful forest. And she's saying like, no matter how far she walks into the forest, there's no warm place. And there's also no way out of that forest of solitude. And she's trying to like push her way out of the forest, like through all the branches and stuff. But then we see like the forest start to fade away. And she's not really in a forest. She's in bed with Louis and she's grabbing onto his horns. It's kind of like in the beginning, in the opening, when she's running away from Legoshi. And it turns out the forest that she's running through is actually Louis's horns.
Yeah.
It
this was like a random like surprise for me.
Why?
The scene.
Oh, why?
I don't know. Like, it was like, I think the way that she was talking and like the fact that she was with Louis again.
I guess it's like she sounds so sad. Because she's just like lamenting about how like the forest is so sad and quiet, and then you realize she's actually just talking about Louis. Yeah. So we come back to reality, and she's actually grabbing onto Louis's horns, and so they're basically doing the sex, and Haru says that she can see like a deep sadness in Louis's eyes, just like when she first met him. And then she recalls how she met him in freshman year. Like we flash back to freshman year. And she finds Louis up on the rooftop garden, and he's up there hiding because he started to shed his antlers. Did you know deer could do that, by the way? I had forgotten that they could, like they shed, like the male deer shed their antlers.
Yeah. So, I remembered it once I saw that scene.
Yeah, same. I had forgotten. I was like, oh yeah, they do that. So Haru like comes around a corner and she freaks out when she sees this deer covered in blood streaming down his face. And Louis is just the deer is Louis, by the way, and he's just standing there. He's like extremely calm, literally bleeding from his head.
Yep.
He apologizes for surprising Haru, and he says to her that he's hiding up there because his horns fell out early. And then it's like really awkward. So he's like, are you in the gardening club? And he tries to make her swear that she won't tell anybody that she saw the horns fall out from the red deer, Louis. Like, he really doesn't want anybody to like know that he's weak or see him in like a weak moment.
Yeah. I guess
But
without his horns, he appears not so strong and whatnot.
and also, yeah, he beefs smaller. Everybody loves his horns, I think. I think the
Yeah,
girls.
even in the theater, they're like, "That's not Louis. Where his horns?"
Yeah. I think they comment on his horns and how like nice and large or what they are or whatever. That sounded weird, but yes, they do that.
Yeah.
So Haru says to Louis that she's like, okay, I won't tell anybody, but I don't know who this Louis person is. And that surprises Louis because like, how have you not heard of me? Idiot. She tells Louis straight up that like, you're too self-conscious and I'm too busy with the caring for the gardening club to care, because she's the only member, remember?
Yeah.
So Louis is like, okay, I'll pay you to rent this space up here while I'm waiting for my horns to come in, because he's gonna buy a fake set to put them on his head or whatever. But that's so crazy. He's willing to hide up there for 10 days. I think in the manga it even says that he skips class to hide up there. Like, he's like, I think it'll be okay if I skip class to hide up here. I'm like, are you sure? And also, why does it matter? Wouldn't people just realize anyways that his horns are fake, because since all deer like shed their horns anyways?
I guess like if you're not a deer, then you, like us, we like forgot that this happened.
We just wouldn't even notice.
Yeah, which is probably what happened. Like we probably didn't even realize.
But Haru like refuses to like make him pay for the space. She's insulted and she's like, why would you even offer this money to me? I'm not desperate. And in the Japanese subs, it's translated as like, she calls him pathetic in the Japanese subs. She says to him, okay, I'll accept on one condition. And I'm like, what, you will? And he's like, okay, what? And she says, if you let me tend to your wounds. Interesting information there. It seems like Louis has a lot of money to spend.
Yeah.
So obviously he's rich because he can just pay her and be like, here, take this money.
I'll just live here.
Pretend I was never here, basically.
Yeah.
So anyhow, we fast forward a couple days. Although in the manga, they depict the days. Like, they show Haru spending time with Louis in more detail, so we get to see them grow closer.
Oh.
But in the anime, it's just all of a sudden it's 2 days later. We don't see any of that. But in the manga, it like ends up showing more realistically how their relationship came to be and how they got so close with one another. But in the anime, it's really rushed. So 2 days later, Haru is in the cabin on the roof with Louis. They're on the bed together because she's tending to his wounds, because he's got bandages on his head now where his antlers were. But Louis is refusing the help from Haru. He wants to do it himself, of course. And Haru says that, you just need to accept help from others. And she calls him a helpless Bambi. Louis is just like, who's Bambi?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And
not that nickname, it's cute. And you're not cute.
Exactly, he's not cute. How dare he? So while she's trying to help him, Louis grabs Haru's arm and he moves in to kiss her. But then he pulls away and he goes, I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. And then Haru kind of looks at Louis and touches his face. And she feels sorry for him because she thinks that he's been trying to be perfect all the time. The Japanese subs like even say, how many animals have expected perfection from you? Yeah. And she looks into his eyes and she realizes we share the same sad eyes. And then she kisses him.
Dun, dun, dun.
Da, da, da. And then we're back in the present. And Haru, like I said before, she's really sad and she's wondering, oh, what happened to all of our precious memories together? And it's obvious like she's suddenly got something on her mind. That's why she's like remembering her past with Louis.
Yeah.
And she says to him, Louis asks Haru, are you working at the Meteor Festival? I think in a few weeks, the Meteor Festival is going to start. It's the festival where they celebrate or like they acknowledge that a huge meteor fell on the earth and the dinosaurs went extinct. And she says, yeah, she is, because she needs to sell flowers there to fund the club. And Louis says, I can just give you that money if you want, because he's Mr. Rich Moneybags apparently. And
Give me money.
Give me money. And Haru just hugs him and she says, I don't want your money. I just want your love.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And Louis just like pats her on the head like she's just a child. And he reminds Haru, remember, we can't be because it's an animal's duty to carry on their lineage. It's just like all of a sudden he just springs this huge information out. Haru apparently already knew this, but we're just learning about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says to her, it's an animal's duty to carry on their lineage, and he has to produce an heir for his family. And he's already arranged to be married to a wife that was chosen for him. What?
What?
When? When did this happen?
What?
And he reminds Haru, remember, I told you about this, and you said you understood. Poor Haru.
Love isn't like something that in the beginning you're like, yeah, I'm gonna love you. No, it just happens later.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So she probably wasn't like that like deeply in love with him in the beginning when he told her, but now she is, which is really sad.
Yeah. Ugh. We've learned another thing about him, that he has a very strict family and that he has a fiance. So we're learning all kinds of things about Lubert now. Mr. Lewis.
I don't like him.
I don't think your cat likes him either. She's just meow.
Yeah.
So really, Haru and Louis are kind of just friends with benefits, but Haru really loves him. But also I was kind of thinking, does she pity him? You know what I mean? Because she thinks that he's like sad and that he's been trying to pretend to be perfect all the time.
I think it's both. I think it started out as pity and now she loves him.
And also, I can remember mentioning in a previous episode that they had something in common, but I cannot remember what that is now. What did they have in common? Or what do you think they have in common?
Haru and Louis?
To me, it seems like she empathizes with him and she wants to take care of him, like how she takes care of her plants.
And I think they're both like strong-headed. Because they both know that they can't show weakness. For her too, like for the bullies.
Yeah.
Like she knows that like if she looks down on herself, then like she will get bullied more and whatnot. So she stands up for herself. And for him, he's like, he knows that like if whatever weakness he shows, people will start to look down on him. So he tries to be really strong to overcome everything.
Maybe that's it. So Louis gets his clothes on and he gets up to leave, and he pushes the curtain to the door aside. And who is behind the curtain? What? What was that?
I was getting ready for it.
Do it again. Are you done?
Yeah.
Legoshi!
Yeah!
He's just standing there, mouth agape, ready to knock on that door. And he's just as surprised to see Louis. And I'm like, how does he not see Haru inside on the bed?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
Yeah. So Louis tries to act normal as he walks out of like the little rooftop cabin thing. And like I thought it was like really amazing how he can just act so calm, like how he acted when after the play. Legoshi asks Louis, what are you doing here? And Louis just deflects by saying, I could say the same about you. And Legoshi says, oh, I'm here to talk to the gardening girl. And Louis says, Haru isn't here. And Legoshi says, Haru? And I'm like, oh my God, Louis, you let it slip.
Jeez.
Also, in Japanese, it's way more telling that Louis knows Haru because he's calling her by her first name. Because you would only call somebody by like their first name if you knew them really well. Louis tries to calm himself down, and he's like wondering like, oh my God, why do I feel so freaked out? Just chill. And he tells Legoshi the gardening club is participating in the festival, so it's his job to check in on her since they're friends. But the Japanese subs say that he keeps her company, which sounds way more intimate than friends, but like whatever.
Yeah, that's definitely more intense.
So Legoshi's ears perk up when he hears the word friends. Meanwhile, Haru is hiding in the room. trying not to be seen. She's like hiding behind the wall and she's like, why is Legoshi here? Oh my God. And Legoshi is like, oh, you know, if you needed to talk to Haru, I could have done that for you. Like I could have like been like the liaison between the drama club and the gardening club, right? And then Louis is all like, oh, so you're friends with Haru too, eh? And Legoshi is all stuttering like, yeah, I guess. But then Louis says, you know, if what you have to tell Haru is club related and so important, I'll just tell her. But then Legoshi just says, no, I just wanted to say hi to her. And I came here because I guess I just wanted to see her. And this catches Louis off guard a little bit. He's like, what? Wanted to see her? What do you want to see Haru for? So they end up leaving the rooftop together. And as they walk down the stairs, Louis thinks that Legoshi must be sleeping with Haru. And he can't believe that that's what's happening. And I thought it was weird that he automatically came to the conclusion that Haru is sleeping with Legoshi. I guess it's because she does, like, she's known to sleep around. So he just came to that conclusion. Legoshi obviously isn't sleeping with Haru. He just thinks she is. So he thinks that Haru is just playing with him. And he wonders, he's like, what is Haru thinking? And he wonders if it's because he doesn't give her all his attention. And I'm like, oh, is somebody jealous? And I'm like, how can you be jealous and then tell Haru, we can never be, I have a fiance? Like, that's not fair. Especially when you say like, oh, she sleeps around with like everybody, right? So why does it matter more when it's Legoshi? Meanwhile, while Louis is thinking all of this, Legoshi, he's caught like a familiar scent and he starts sniffing around Louis's head and he goes closer and closer to Louis. And Louis freaks out and shoves Legoshi away. He's like, get away from me, you creep. And in the manga, I remember like Legoshi realizing he can smell something familiar, but he can't quite place it. I can't remember if he realizes it's Haru or not, but he definitely thinks like, oh, I know that smell. But here in the anime, he doesn't realize it at first. Like, I don't think he gets close enough to smell it. He just smells something familiar. Legoshi asks Louis, are you and Haru just friends? And Louis just kind of dances around the question, but he agrees, yeah, we're friends. And Legoshi notices, oh, Louis isn't really giving me a straight answer. What's going on here?
Yeah.
And then Louis asks Legoshi, hey, are you interested in anybody? But Legoshi says, no, I don't. I've never really been interested in anybody like that. And Louis says, you know, Legoshi, you should go talk to Juno since she seems nice. And, you know, you two are wolves. And I'm like, okay, Louis, nice try trying to divert Legoshi, but I don't think it's going to work.
But it worked.
Did it work?
Yeah, he started thinking about he started thinking about Juno, like,
oh yeah, but I don't think it's gonna work in the long run. Like,
no, definitely not.
He's just trying to like deflect it because all of a sudden he's all like, oh no, I could lose Haru. And I'm like, but you just said to her that, oh, we can never be, I have a fiance. I'm like, you're just jealous now.
Bum.
What?
I said bum.
Oh, you said bum. I thought you said wump. And I'm like, what's wump? I thought you were just like wump. And I'm like, okay, that's a word.
No, I called Louis a bum.
He is a bum.
He's a big bum.
He's a big bum. Do you think Haru still sleeps around? Because like I haven't seen any indication of that, really.
I don't think she does.
I feel like it's just like a rumor, like a big rumor that she does, but she doesn't like do it a lot. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, why is it worse when if she was sleeping with Legoshi than with other people? Why does that make Louis more jealous?
I think he has feelings for her too, to be honest.
Yeah, but then why not get jealous if she's sleeping around like regularly? Because he knows that that's like a thing she does, and he knows that she plays around with guys, because he was saying, oh, she's just playing around with Legoshi like she does with all the guys. Because,
well, the guys, they're more like, I think the way that they're into Haru is like just for her looks more so. But Legoshi's so pure and kind-hearted. And even I think Louis knows that too, and that's why he gets pissed off at him. because he's a wolf and he's not supposed to be this way and whatnot. But yeah, I think he seems more like, what is it? What is that behavior like? What is that? What's the word I'm looking for? He gets more defensive when it comes to Legoshi.
I talked a lot. That was a long scene.
Yeah.
I'm really tired. You go. It's Duke's turn.
It's me turn.
It's me turn.
Is it me turn?
It's you turn.
Okay. Oh yeah, it is me turn. Okay, I just
it's you turn.
Okay, so the next
I literally
scene,
watched you write this scene last night. Come on.
cut. So it cuts to this scene where Legoshi is
written here. Cuts to the sk.
Yeah. You said it. You said it yourself. It was last night, like late at night.
Cuts to the sk.
Yep. It cuts to Ska, and Legoshi is setting up lights in the dance studio, and he's thinking about like the many things that's happened since the black market.
He says that he doesn't like looking in mirrors anymore, which makes sense because, you know, when he does look in the mirror, sometimes he sees that Scary Spice version of himself.
Yeah.
And also it must be hard for him to look at himself now ever since he went a little crazy in the black market. Remember, he almost ate things. Yep. He almost ate herbivores.
And he also questions his love for Haru too, especially after his conversation with Louis and meeting people of his own species.
Yeah, he's like,
Juno.
why don't you meet somebody of your own species? Why don't you show her some support? Yeah, because he was saying like she's new in the club, so you should like support her or something. And she's also one of you. She's a gray wolf too. Right? It was something like that. But I also think he was like thinking, Legoshi was thinking about his conversation with Gohin, because Gohin said that Legoshi doesn't really love Haru and that he's just he's hunting her. That's what he's doing. So Legoshi feels like he's constantly being pushed away from Haru. Yeah. I guess the first is Gohin, and now it's Louis telling him about Juno. And maybe he thinks to himself, oh, maybe I'm just forcing things to be the way I want them to be. Maybe I want Haru to like me so badly that I'm just forcing her to like me. And maybe I don't really like her at all. Maybe what Gohin is saying is true, and maybe I should do what Louis says.
So he's like in this scene, he's like staring into his claws, and he's so lost in his thoughts, thinking about so many different things. And then he sees another pair of claws like right next to his, and he starts to freak out.
No.
And surprise! It's Juno's, and she's just like lying right next to him and holding out her claws too. And she's like, I think she's trying to like observe Legoshi and trying to see what he's trying to do, and trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, she's like, is this a ritual?
Yeah.
The music is all of a sudden like really happy. I like Juno's music. I can't remember how it goes now, but it was like really bouncy.
Yeah.
And it had like an accordion in it or something. It was really happy.
Yeah. And you could tell like she's trying to be really close with Legoshi too, and that she finds like comfort in him as well. Especially after like all the bullying, which I understand.
What bullying?
Definitely. The bullying, I think, what is it?
Those you creatures? Mean like with in episode 6 when we first met her? Yeah. I thought you meant the bullying in the drama club.
No.
Because she mentions that the people in the drama club have kind of like brushed her off, like they don't really pay attention to her. They don't like her because they're scared of her. She's like, because I'm a wolf, they're scared of me, so they just ignore me. They because she's in the actors pool, right? In the drama club. So they just assigned her role in the Meteor Festival to being a carnivorous dino without even consulting her or talking to her about it. So I think they explain why more in the manga, but none of the members really like her too much. Like, she hasn't done anything wrong. It's just that because she's a wolf, they're scared of her. And I think it's also because she's like really pretty. She's supposed to be really beautiful. So none of the girls especially like her.
She does look pretty though.
She's kind of like Haru in the
Mm-hmm.
sense like she's like, I don't care though. I'm just gonna do my best anyways.
Mm-hmm. But in the beginning, she was like crying and whatnot. So I guess I think it really influences someone when like someone else stands up for you in such a weak position, and that's kind of why she sees Legoshi as a hero
I think
slash partner.
the first bullying we encountered was more intense than what she's experiencing in the drama club. It's more like they're being passive aggressive to her,
Mm,
like just assigning her the carnivorous dinosaur without even talking to her about it or whether she'd be comfortable with it.
yeah.
I think that's more passive aggressive. So you can just be like, okay, whatever, I'll just do my best, right? But with the
Mm,
first bullying, that was way more physical. Like they had her on
yeah.
the ground and they were grabbing her wrist and they were trying to like take pictures of her or something and they were yelling
Yeah.
at her. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the one. Yep. And Legoshi sees her and kind of starts to admire her body too,
Yeah.
and admits to himself that like she is beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, for a gray wolf, even for me, I can see why anybody would find her beautiful or find gray wolves in general beautiful. So like he can see what Louis is trying to tell him and is like what he's trying to like talk about or whatever, right? Like he should maybe look to his own species. I don't know.
And Juno starts to practice her dance routine, and she asks Legoshi to practice with her.
Uh-huh.
And then Legoshi takes off his jacket like so dramatically to help her practice.
We like see his muscles and everything.
Yeah. And then Juno becomes all fangirly, like her eyes just go wide and sparkly and whatnot. And then she starts to like fantasize about him
The
too.
background behind her is all like glowy and she's all like, Legoshi.
Mm. It becomes very like anime.
Yeah.
It's like sparkle sparkle, and Legoshi looks like such a prince with his like nice body.
He
and
like
his
strikes
stance.
a pose. I don't know what you call it. It's where you put your finger like in an L shape and put it under your chin. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And he like takes her by the hand to help her dance. And he's like fixing her form. And she's all like, oh, Legoshi. Oh, Legoshi, you're so incredible and dreamy. Oh, what is this feeling I'm feeling? Oh, Legoshi, do you feel it too? The potential for us to become the most perfect gray wolf couple ever.
Oh my lord.
Okay, Legoshi is like cute and stuff, but like he's not. It's not like he's like handsome Squidward or whatever. Like, come on.
I think it's just like something she created in her mind once the whole scene happened.
Yeah. She like the way we're seeing Legoshi in this scene is the way she sees him, like super handsome and like really strong and like
Yeah.
sparkly, like he's from a shoujo manga or something. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like he's not Tamaki from Oran High School Host Club. Come on, calm down. He's not. Oh my god, who's that guy from the one where the other one?
Oh, the other one.
Yeah.
Oh,
The guy
I know.
from oh my god, no, I'm thinking of Oran High School Host Club again. Sorry. I'm thinking of the drama version where Lee Min Ho plays the guy.
Wow.
I'm thinking of isn't he in the
Boys Over Flowers?
That's it. That's not Oran High School Host Club. It's just sort of like it.
Oh boy.
They both have men who pretend to be beautiful.
Yeah, then Juno asks to herself at the end of her long speech about Legoshi and her thoughts. She asks to herself at the end, what is this strange feeling? My heart's beating so fast. This is such a new experience. Legoshi, do you feel it too? And then to that question,
Yeah.
like she says it out loud. And so Legoshi says, yes, I know what you mean. You'll learn that in biology class next semester. When two animals of the same species touch each other, it is relaxing. If you feel anxious, you can grab my tail.
The music stops, the sparkliness fades, and Juno's just staring at him like, what?
He looks so innocent when he says this, like he has no idea what Juno is like actually asking. Like I was like, what a clueless idiot.
He has to know. Juno went full cringe with her speech. Oh,
Yeah.
Legoshi, I've never felt this way before. Do you feel it too? And he's all like, you'll learn about that in biology class next year.
Even Juno's like, what the fuck?
Exactly. No, my flirting. It's gone. It didn't work.
Oh my god. And then they're interrupted by Sheila, the leopard, turning the lights on and ruining Juno's like whole fantasy again. And then Juno's like so disappointed.
She like groans. She's like, oh.
Yeah. But she's actually pretty sweet, so I felt kind of bad for her.
You think that?
Yeah.
You
At
think
this point.
Juno's sweet?
Yeah, she's pretty sweet.
Okay.
What, Tube?
Nothing.
What's gonna happen?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's not like I'm on volume 9 of the manga and already know many things already.
No. Don't tell me.
I won't tell you. I actually found out who murdered Tem. I'm at that point in the manga.
Oh Lord.
Yes.
Do not tell me.
I will not. It was actually kind of spoiled for me in a way. Because like I was looking up pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And then I accidentally got some like pictures from season 2. And it didn't say who murdered him, but a picture kind of stood out to me and I was like, oh, okay. And then I kind of tried to forget about it just in case it wasn't that person. But then when I was rewatching the anime again for this, I realized the outline of that person matched. Because like in the first episode, you see somebody like coming closer to Tem, right? Their outline matches somebody we've seen in the anime already. And I was like, oh, so it is that person. And then I read the manga in volume 9. It confirms it is that person, but I'm not going to say who it is. Especially since like Tem's murder has not been brought up again since like the first or second episode. It's weird. Like nobody's done anything about it.
Yeah.
So after that disappointment, we are about to enter another wacky situation. Jack has found Legoshi's secret. It's about eggs. No. Jack,
not this time.
Jack is standing in their dorm and he's holding something and he looks confused. And he's like, I don't know what to do anymore about Legoshi. And he's like, Legoshi is my childhood friend. And we see these cute little pictures of Legoshi when he's a toddler and he's playing with bugs. Did you see them? It's like teeny tiny Legoshi. So cute. And he's like, I thought I knew and understood Legoshi. I thought he was such an innocent little wolf. But now I found this. What could it be? What is it, Doob? Egg.
I already knew.
Is it egg?
No. No. It's better.
It is?
I don't know.
So suddenly Legoshi walks into the room, surprising Jack. And Legoshi is super normal. He's talking about how he ran into a hedgehog and it stabbed him in the shin. And Jack hides what he's found behind his back. And it's the magazine that Gohin gave Legoshi. Oh no! It's rabbit porn! Jack completely thinks that Legoshi is a complete pervert for liking rabbit porn. Oh no. There's even like a teeny Jack rolling around in his thoughts to represent how awkward all of this is. He's like, oh no, Legoshi, he must have a fetish.
Jack is so cute.
Yeah, he is. He's so worried that Legoshi is like a deviant for liking rabbit porn. So Legoshi walks in all normal and he gets into his bottom bunk and he pulls the curtain and he has like that little bug capture box thing. I don't know what you call them. And inside he's playing with like a little pill bug or a little beetle.
Yeah.
And like I don't remember if the anime showed this, but in the manga he has a pet bug.
Oh.
Okay. Like he catches a bug and keeps it as a pet. And I think in the anime earlier they showed him briefly playing with a random bug. but that's his pet. Like in the manga, it's his pet. It's his buddy. I can't remember its name. I think it's like George or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Jack, for some reason, tries to breach the subject of the rabbit porn with Legoshi. I don't know why. He's like, we're buddies. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk through this situation.
Oh jeez.
And he's like, Legoshi, we've known each other for a while, right? And he peeks his little snout into Legoshi's bunk. And he's like, we're buddies, you know, you can always count on me. I promise I'll never be suspicious or be disgusted. You know, you like what you like. It doesn't matter if it's insects or
Rabbit porn.
rabbits. And as soon as he says rabbits, Legoshi's foot pops out and kicks Jack backwards, and it yeets him across the room. And Jack is on his back, and Legoshi is on top of him, and his fangs are like bared. But it's not like in a threatening way before, like with Haru. It's more like, oh fuck, oh shit, oh no.
Oh.
So Legoshi and Jack sit down and they have a proper talk. And Jack says to Legoshi, I didn't mean to look at your porn, okay, man? I was just looking for a manga to read that you lent me, and I just happened upon the magazine. In the manga, it says that Legoshi was actually hiding the magazine in a manga, so it's Legoshi's fault that he found it. He should have hid it better. So
Damn you, Legacy.
So this is where Legoshi admits to Jack, I have been confused ever since I met Haru. I've had this, like, I have feelings for her, but since I'm a wolf, I want to consider it from a different perspective. And what's interesting here is that he's not really lying to Jack about that, but he's not telling him the whole story about what happened either. He's not mentioning, like, he's it's true that he does like Haru when he wants that. And this whole episode, he's kind of confused and he wants to consider things like, do I really like her, or am I just like hunting her like Gohin said? But he never tells Jack about what happened at the black market. He never mentions that Gohin gave him that magazine.
Wow.
Jack thinks, well, you know, you must be in love with her since you're going to all this trouble, right? But Legoshi thinks about how when he thinks of Haru, it hurts to breathe. And ever since he met her, things have become really difficult for him. And I'm like, yeah, no kidding. You basically almost killed her.
Yeah.
And he thinks, you know, the pain that I must be feeling, it can't be love. So he says to Jack, I think that, like, or he thinks to himself, I think that, like, we should just end everything that we have together. And he's basically been sitting there in silence, and Jack doesn't know what to think about his silence. And he says, he just apologizes to Legoshi, like, you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. And Legoshi says, it's okay. And he confesses to Jack, I guess I wasn't in love. I was just confused. So at this point, he believes, like, what Gohin is saying.
Yeah.
I don't love Haru. It's just like it's just all my wolf stuff. I'm just confused. And Legoshi says, I should just go back to the way things were before I met her. I should just be the wolf that suppressed his feelings and forced a smile. And that's so sad.
Yeah.
Because he thinks that suits him best.
I think he's just confused though, and he's like kind of like going back and forth because people are telling him different things. And he doesn't know how to feel at that point.
And you know, he really respects Louis. I'm pretty sure we said that before. Like, he respects Louis, and so he's really respecting Louis's opinion that he should, you know, maybe become closer to Juno. And he thinks to himself, oh, you know, maybe being that quiet wolf suits him best. And I'm thinking, like, would that really be better off for him, just to be his old self that suppressed himself?
Not really.
No.
Nope.
Like, I think before he met Haru, he was really sad. He even said before, like, I think in episode 5, I was really sad. And now that I've met her, I'm really happy all the time. And I don't know. He can't just go back to being his old self now.
Yeah. I like Legoshi when he's with Haru, or when after Haru changed him.
I don't think he should. It's so complicated because something is about to happen that kind of makes you wonder whether it is his wolf instincts or not,
Mhm.
at least for me. So go ahead, talk about the last part.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so in the last scene, Legacy helps the drama club prepare for the meteor festival, and one of the members indicates that they need more water
Mm-hmm.
for like the paint. So Legacy runs to get some of the like the festival preparation. So he goes to like get the water, and
They're like they're building like a huge dinosaur or something, right? And a huge
mhm,
meteor, I think, for the festival.
yeah.
Yeah.
And right now they're just like painting the dinosaur,
Uh-huh.
and it's like a really like huge tall dinosaur. They have to like be on a ladder and like get up, like really get up there and then paint.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes down and he goes to like get more water for it, and Haru all of a sudden appears, and she's
Mm-hmm.
all like cute and trying to
She's
get
all like cute.
as usual.
She's all like, "Hi, Legoshi. How are you doing? You want to
Yeah,
come help me with the things at the
is
gardening
that not
club? Hi, Legoshi."
cute? So she tries to get Legacy to help her with the gardening club, like as usual, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
And especially right now because of the festival too.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just there by herself, right? So she
Mm-hmm.
needs all the help she can get. And Legacy for like the first time, he like tries to maintain like a distance from her, and he
Mm-hmm.
says, "Oh, like I'm super busy. I might not be able to help. I'm doing a lot with the festival and whatnot."
It's so sad. He's like, "Oh, this is how things should be, right? I should keep my distance from other herbivores."
Yeah.
And I was like wondering, like, do you think Haru noticed he was being distant? I guess she might have. She probably thinks it's because of what happened with Louis.
Well, because she knows, but he doesn't really know yet that she
Mm-hmm.
knows.
Oh yeah. He doesn't know that she knows that he knows that she knows.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Mm. So,
Somebody told me that you had a boyfriend that looked like the girlfriend that I had in February of last year.
oh,
Oh.
I like that song.
Oh.
So while Legacy's painting, when he goes back to paint the dinosaur, he
Yeah.
looks at Louis walking over to Haru. So like basically the way he is, like he's really like all the way up high, right?
Yeah.
He has like a bird's eye view basically of like everything that's going on in the festival,
Mm-hmm.
like what people are doing and whatnot. So it's almost like he's like spying on them in a way, because
Mm.
like he's there and he's just looking at them, and like, well, he just happened to kind of just see them. So he sees not just Louis walking over, but after that he sees Louis patting Haru's head, and worse for Legacy, Haru's also like smiling really widely. Like I don't think
Mm-hmm.
we've seen like that kind of like innocent, like playful, loving smile from her before.
No.
So it really like kicks something in him. And he
Mm-hmm.
realizes they're not just friends like Louis was saying, but like rather a lot more than that.
Mm-hmm. So
Just
Louis was
from
basically
that.
lying to him.
Mhm. Yep. And he becomes really like enraged too, and it's kind of also dramatic because he like grabs his paint,
Uh-huh.
and the paint just like squirts out, and it's all like in different colors too,
Uh-huh.
and it just explodes in his hand. And he realizes as well, like it's like all of these things happening in his mind, and he realizes that the smell on Louis that he was like sniffing like crazy earlier, it was also Haru.
Yeah. And he's like, "That's it. I knew it. I knew
Mm-hmm.
that smell on Louis." And he's like watching Haru and Louis talk to each other. And, he sees her smiling, right? And
Mm-hmm.
he says to himself again, "It's difficult to breathe when I think about her. And things have been so much harder to deal with." And then he gets really dramatic. He's like, Haru, that expression on your face, please stop it. I can't take it. Especially now, since I've just figured out what this feeling is.
Oh boy. And of course, the feeling is love. So Legacy realizes that he's also in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of already knew this though,
Mm-hmm.
but For the first time, Legacy also knew.
It's so weird because like a few episodes ago he realized, like, because remember he was downstairs doing that I can't remember what they called it when they have to go and sit in the room and be with their own species and be like under the moonlight and whatnot. I think it's like their free time, or I can't remember what it's called, but biological time or something,
Yeah.
where they have to be in their own environment for a little bit to relax them.
Yeah.
And then he realizes that he likes Haru and
Mm.
that she makes him happy. And then and then when he goes to the black market, Gohan is like, "Oh, you don't like her. You just want to eat her."
Mm.
And then he was like, "Okay, maybe I don't like her." And then now he's like, "Yes, I do."
It's like more of like a confirmation. Like,
Yeah.
he kind of knew before, but he wasn't exactly like that sure.
Mhm.
And now it's like, yes, I'm sure.
Mhm.
And it's really dramatic because he takes the exploded paint and
Mhm.
like rubs it in his cheek or like jawline area,
Mhm.
and he says, "Haru, Haru, Haru, I'm in love with you."
He sounded more
Like,
cool than that.
yeah,
Haru,
but
haru, haru.
but I was just like, poor Legoshi. Like, oh my gosh, poor Legoshi.
It's
He has
so
to
it was
suffer.
sorry?
He's suffering
Yeah.
basically.
It was so crazy though, because like for me, like I said before,
Mm.
it felt more obsessive than like jealousy, like an obsessive jealousy to me. Like, why are you touching her? That's my prey. You could see it as that, right? Like,
Mm.
don't touch her. That's mine. That's my prey, rather than don't touch her. I love her, right? Like,
Mm.
it could be both ways, I feel like.
Actually, you're right. Yeah.
I can't completely trust his feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I still, like, for me, I still kind of think I'm on Gohan's side of things. Like, I get that you don't want to see the person you like looking at somebody else like that. Like, she was really happy to see Louis. Like he said, I've never seen her look at anybody like that, like the way she looked at Louis.
Mm-hmm.
But the way Legoshi reacted, it was way more over the top.
Mm.
And I didn't realize this until I was reading through like the differences between the manga and the anime on the Beastars wiki. But when he rubs the paint into his jawline, he's rubbing it into his jawline because he's trying to it's more like he's trying to hide the fact that he's baring his fangs.
Mm-hmm.
So he's angry. So he's trying to hide the fact that his fangs are showing, and you're not supposed to bare your fangs against other animals or whatever, or herbivores, like they said.
Yeah.
And he's doing it, so he's trying to hide it.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't get that either from first watching it, but it seems like that's what he was doing with the paint.
Damn.
That was the episode. That was, what's it called? Fur beneath my face, below the fur coat. I was close.
Fur beneath the face.
Fur beneath the face. What did you think of this episode, Doob? Very wordy, very lots of descriptions in this episode because the characters are all thinking things.
Yeah.
I think Legoshi mostly spends like the episode wondering if he likes Haru or not, like which I said was weird because not too long ago he did say that he liked her, and now he's like realizing that he does. I don't know. I guess I mean like I'm not sure what it was. Maybe it was because Gohan was just putting his narrative on Legoshi, like he's just telling him what his feelings are, and that confused him. But the way Legoshi was acting at the end was weird.
I felt like really sad for Legoshi because I really felt his emotions through the episode itself. But Louis and Haru, they already seem to be in like such a close relationship.
The relationship that we don't see develop because they went so fast.
But like the things that we did see, like we can tell that they're like emotionally like really into each other.
Yeah.
And that kind of makes me a little bit uncomfortable because I was really on like Team Legoshi before this. So I don't
You don't even like Louis.
No, I don't like Louis. That's the thing. But Haru feels really like a lot of love. Like it's just pouring out of her for him. And he seems to feel the same way too. I mean, not as much, but somewhat the same. So I don't really like the turn of events, but definitely like a solid relationship that they already have. And I hate to say it, but they have more history from what we've seen, like you said.
Yeah.
And they both feel something for each other. So I was just like, poor Legoshi.
Do you see Louis in a different light now? Do you think that do you think that there's even more to him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we've only seen a little glimpse. We've seen like he's rich and that he has like a strict family, like I said.
Mm.
So there must be
If
something else.
if he actually truly loves Haru, that would be the only thing that's good about him.
Oh wow. Wow.
Because if he likes Haru, if he likes such a like not innocent, but like such a pure person like Haru, then like then then that means that there's some kind of good in him, I would say.
The episodes, they're moving really slowly, I feel like. I feel like the anime should be each episode should be like an hour long because like the events are really chopped up compared to the manga. Like I feel like they would connect more if it was like an hour. If the episodes were an hour long, they would cover more material and the events would connect more together. So yeah, things are moving really slowly, but within the next maybe 3 episodes, we will learn more about Louis and something interesting will happen.
Doesn't it always?
But yeah, I wanted to just ask one more question. Like based on what we've just seen, do you think Legoshi is actually in love with Haru, or as I've written here, with Har?
So it seems like
Because before you were like yes, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
But looking at it now,
it's like I don't know. I guess it's comparatively from what Haru was expressing to Legoshi versus the Haru's love
because
for
like
Louis.
what does Haru even feel for Legoshi?
I don't know now. It's like I don't know. I know she likes him, but like I'm not sure what it is anymore. Maybe she senses like some kind of like she's very good at like analyzing people, right?
Yeah.
So maybe she sees the good in him and she wants to be like friends with him, or I don't know, a little bit like just have a close relationship in general, but I'm not sure if it's love anymore.
Do you think Legoshi should just forget about Haru?
I still have faith in Legoshi because he's very pure-hearted compared to Louis. I don't like Louis. But yeah, I hope their relationship builds, but it's gonna take time. So
I don't know. Like I said, the next few episodes, things happen. Like I think the next 2 episodes are pretty slow, but then it culminates in like this pretty big finale for season 1. So I think you're gonna like it. But I'm not sure if it will have the results you're expecting. And then things get weird.
Oh.
So I want to do the whole, what are the differences? Spot the differences between the anime and the manga. So really quickly, in the anime, Haru's internal, oh yeah, I got these from the Beastars wiki. In the anime, Haru's internal image starts out with the drawing of like the flowers, like the whole paint watercolor thing I was telling you about, right?
Yeah.
Apparently it's it might be like an homage to like Evangelion, like the final 2 episodes of Evangelion.
Oh.
That's what the wiki says, at least.
Huh.
In the manga, Louis' bleeding head is way worse than in the anime.
Wow. Okay.
In the manga, Haru states that she's not scared of Louis' predicament, that she would accept the bribe. So she takes the money from Louis in the manga. But in the anime, she says to him that she's not desperate for money.
Huh. That's 2 different Harus. Okay.
Yeah. In the manga, Louis feels unworthy to pursue a female with his antlers gone.
Wow. Okay.
Louis laments about how society would not accept his and Haru's relation. Yeah, when she says to him, I don't want your money, I just want your love. He says to her, yeah, I'm sorry, I've got a fiance, and also nobody would accept a deer and a rabbit being together.
Why not?
Because he's a deer and she's a rabbit.
So
so why not? Make Haru happy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't like you, but you know.
You gotta make Haru happy. Make Haru happy, you make Doob happy.
Yeah.
In the manga, Louis briefly thinks of Legoshi as a sad wolf for possibly being toyed with by Haru. But in the anime, Louis thinks of Legoshi as just an unlucky male who doesn't understand how Haru operates. Operates. Legoshi's internal thoughts of recognizing the scent on Louis are absent in the anime. Yeah, because in the manga, he's like, I know what that smell is. What's that smell? It smells kind of familiar. Is that Haru? But in the anime, you don't see that. You just see like Louis just going, get off of me. In the manga, Juno states that the female members of the drama club avoid her. In the anime, she states that all the members of the drama club avoid her.
Wow.
In the manga, Legoshi is painting the dinosaur at the bottom while on a tarp, while noticing Haru and Louis right across from him. So he's not on top of the dinosaur.
Huh.
So he's like, before you were saying like he could see, he had a bird's eye view of everything.
Mm.
In the manga, he's on the ground and he sees them like across from him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In the manga, the scene ends with Legoshi wiping the spilled paint against his face, which reveals one of his fangs on the side. In the anime, Legoshi reveals all his fangs without having to push up his lip with his paint-covered hand as it brushes his cheek. Yeah, I was wondering, like I said before, I was wondering why he was brushing the paint on his face.
Mm.
And I guess it was to hide the fact that he was showing his fangs.
Wow.
That's all my differences. That's the end of everything, Doob. It's the end. We're done. It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's dark.
I need to eat.
I need to eat too. It's time for food. Luna, it's time for food. Right?
It is like there's no food.
That's the sound Doob's cat's feeder makes. It goes, Luna, time for food.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a recording that I did.
Yes.
For her
sounds
food.
Stupid.
Shut up.
Doop.
Yeah.
Doop.
Yeah.
Doop.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
Another burp.
Oh.
You can find me.
They can find you at Burp.
You can find me on Instagram at Beastars4. And also I do have a food blog as well at t.foodlove. So TDOT foodlove.
Are you gonna ask them where they can find me?
Tube.
Okay.
Where can people find Tube?
Nowhere. I'm gone. I don't exist.
On social media.
Oh. I'm on Instagram at TRESHA Does Nothing, and I am on YouTube at Alex Does Nothing. And Shownanigans itself is on
TikTok.
YouTube and on TikTok. We will see you all next week for episode 8. It's probably called something. I don't remember what it is, but we'll see you for episode 8. There's only a few more episodes left. There's 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wow.
We are almost done with season 1. Well, anyhow, I will see you soon. Doob will see you soon. Doob.
We will see you soon. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god. I thought of an outro for you to do, but now I've forgotten it. No, don't do that. Okay, just say bye. What are you doing? That's the worst ASMR. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, bye. I will say bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.